Um, Greetings. I've had squeaky chair. I've had a lot of really lovely compliments regarding the solo, the end solo for Daylight that I posted a couple of days ago, and guitar players seem to enjoy it, which is nice. I don't write or play for guitar players, um, not at all. I play for me. Um, so I thought I'd do a brief rundown of how I approach playing solos. What I don't do is think about guitar. Um, if I think about guitar, I'm likely to think about a player that I enjoy and maybe copy them, which is the last thing that I want to do. I find that copying other players' phrasing and playing is very pedestrian, and although it might lead to financial success, it's something that doesn't interest me. I think your journey as a musician should be to along discovering what your path is, not copying somebody else's path. They've already done that, and they've done it much better than you because they are them and you're not. The best thing that you can do is be you. So I don't think at all about guitar when I'm playing a solo. I think in terms of melody and what melodies seem to make sense in my head, and I try and strip out, I don't always succeed, but I try and strip out the notes that aren't necessary. Sometimes I fall into the habit of playing too many notes, and that disappoints me. I disappoint myself when I play stuff that I can play and I've played 1,000 times and I'm falling back on it. Um, I I get a little bit despondent when I do that. What I do think about when I'm playing a solo is the phrasing, the timing of the solo, as much as I think about the notes. So I like to have a solo that if you just tapped out the the timing of the solo, it would be attractive. And that's what I've done in this thing called Daylight. Um, so what I'm going to do is tap out what I played in the hope that it might make some sense and not be too loud on the desk. We're going to find out whether that worked. Um, so I avoid straight eighths and straight sixteenths where possible. There are lots of guitar players who've built their entire careers on playing eighths and sixteenths, and that's great for them. I find it a bit Catholic, to put it in those terms, and I'm a big fan of triplets, triplets and crotchet triplets. So what I hear in that solo, which allows me to hang on to some notes, is I hear, even though the drums aren't doing this, I hear triplet ghost notes. That's what I hear. And that, hearing that in my head allows me to be patient with a note and not try to keep playing. So I didn't prepare a rave. I'm hoping that this might make some sort of sense. I'm thinking about the melody, and I'm thinking about the timing, the phrasing, the subdivisions, if you like. But I don't want it to be pedestrian. I don't want a solo that goes. That's great for other people, and a lot of players do that very well. I don't like doing it. It doesn't feel groovy enough to me. It doesn't feel groovy at all to me to play those sorts of phrasings. So I want something that moves. So I'm thinking in terms of melody, and with a solo like this, what I'm hearing is someone like Sinatra singing it, or ideally a sax player. I really don't hear guitar at all. And when I was recording the solo, I was not thinking guitar. I try not to think guitar. I find that holds me back. It doesn't help me play something appropriate for the tune. So there you go. There's a bit of a long-winded explanation. It appears to be 6 minutes. And hopefully that might give you an insight into how I think when I'm playing a solo. And ideally, I hope that if you're a guitar player, that might help you play your solos rather than copy somebody else's solos. And I think that's, doing your own thing, is having your own voice is really important. Is it the most important thing? It might be. So thanks for tuning in. I'm thinking of doing a question and answer thing on Fastberg at some stage, and maybe that might help people as well. So I'm happy to share these things with you. Thanks. See you soon. Bye.